Hello, everybody. This is going to be a very special episode, and let me tell you why. It's because nobody else is here. It's just me. Hi, I'm Commander J on tracks as usual, and not as usual, nobody else is here, but I'm just going to run down some quick news anyway, because, I don't know. I guess I feel a responsibility to do so. It's the 20... I don't know. Oh, God, I didn't prepare which one. It's March 21st, 2024, or 33010. And as usual, this is the Loose Screws podcast. Hopefully you don't feel that you've made a mistake, but anyway, let's see how weird this gets. All right. What have I been doing? Who cares? I have no one to converse with. I played the game a little bit. I did some other stuff. I did work. Times are busy. Anyway, how about we talk about what's going on in the squad? In the squad, as I read the faction orders here, I see that there's an election in Calarum that we still don't care about, of course. And there's a war in Yemaia, or however you say that. And it looks like this info might be a couple of days old, so it may still be there, it might not. There are several systems overheating that could use a beatdown, and there's a few that could use a raise in influence. So depending on what you want to do, get out there and do it. As usual, all details are in the standing orders channel in the Discord. Links in the show notes. Okay, next up, Galnet news. Ooh, yay. So the Galnet news is that Ligong Titan, the second Titan, has been destroyed. It blew up on Sunday. A pattern we see developing. Yes, it's a pattern of on whatever particular Thursday, enough control systems are eliminated that the Titan's damage resistance drops low enough. Everybody just descends on the poor thing with their bombers, and it takes something like 2 days after that for it to blow up. So it seems that these 24-hour meltdown cycles tend to complete on a Sunday. So I think that's pretty reasonable. We'll probably have that to look forward to going on ahead. In that regard, the next up is Oya, which is in our neck of the woods here at Loose Screws, the closest one anyway. And this one's pretty interesting because it controls a lot of systems. So this is going to take a while to knock down. But quite a few of them are getting into the 10 to 20% completed. 2 of them have already hit recovery mode at this point. Although one of them is going to re-enter alert in 6 days, so it will need another beatdown come Thursday. And also, interestingly, there are 2 controlled spire sites for Oya, so this will be the first time we've fought a Titan that still had spire sites under its control. So lots of operations going on in the cluster around Titan Oya. And then next up, just today, a Galnet article posted that Achilles Aerospace is urging pilots to plunder the Titan wreckage. They apparently are a company that I think is involved in robotics or something to that effect now, and they want to become a competitor in the sector of frameshift drive manufacture. I guess maybe trying to manufacture a different kind of frameshift drive that would be better. Right now, they are all made by a Sirius Corporation, so it's a complete monopoly, and that means they control everything, which probably means they control our permit locks and things like that. So now I'm thinking it's sort of Sirius's fault and not the Pilots Federation at all that we can't get into these places. Or at least it's both of them. Anyway, so a CG is in order to go on into the Titan wreckage. The only one that's currently open is Tyrannus, although Ligong will probably become open in a week. This CG is going to last for 2 weeks no matter what, because it doesn't have a like maximum delivery cap or anything like that. And in fact, to get participation, you only have to deliver one. The rewards for this are going to be 3 paint jobs, or a paint job each for the 3 sea ships. And those are going to be awarded to anyone who delivers at least one. So that's it. There's no additional rewards besides, being paid for your deliveries if you deliver more of them. So spoilers, here comes the pictures. If you're watching on YouTube, that's the first one. So that looks, I don't know which one that is. That's a challenger, or is that a chief? Well, I don't know. God, they all look the same. There's one. Here's another. That's a challenger. Okay, no, I'm caught up now. That's a challenger, which means this is a crusader. That's a challenger, and then this one, if I can get them all to lock in place, that is the chieftain. Yep, they look like the same paint job. Anyway, that's fine. So that's cool. So get those paint jobs, everybody, by delivering one thing. Titan drive components. I can't remember if I said that or not, and there's nobody here to keep me honest, so I'll just say it again. The Titan drive component. Now, I found the Titan wreckage to be not that difficult to get into. It is caustic in there, but the caustic damage is extremely minimal. I would suggest bringing a caustic sink. Well, really what I'd suggest is probably take whatever ship you are using to do Titan attacks with, because that's probably the one that you've already built to run pretty cold. And there are occasional patrolling ships in there. There are scythes in there and occasional scouts and interceptors. And generally you'd like to not be noticed, and being cold is the way to do that. So if you do get noticed, if it's a scout, you can probably blow it up. Otherwise, probably just run to the other side of some large debris and stay cold. But yeah, for me, just bring the same kind of bomber. I was using a Krite Mark II with a low emissions power plant and the like. I had my thermal vent laser. I swapped my missiles and torpedoes for multi-cannons, the enhanced multi-cannons, so that when a scout comes at me, I can just take it out in a couple of seconds. Easy. And then go about my business. There's a lot of stuff to find in there, a lot of stuff to laser off the surface of things, and then just find drifting around. The drive components, the thing that this CG wants, I found drifting kind of a little bit far out. Not in with all the big debris, but actually closer to the outskirts of the area. And then I don't purge my caustic sinks when I go in there. Yes, you're taking caustic damage the whole time, but it's pretty minimal. So I just let my first sink fill up, and then I just let it sit there because the size 5 repair limpet that's on that ship can vastly outheal the hull damage of the caustic. So just occasionally throwing a limpet on there to top myself up is more than enough. And then when you go to leave, just fly away and purge your caustic sink then after you're outside of the cloud to clean yourself off. Personally, I think it's a pretty cool set piece. I like the visuals. I like the sound. I like seeing scythes again because I don't run into them very much. I guess maybe I would if I was running more rescues and stuff, but they make some pretty cool sounds. They're in there scanning. If you do happen to pick up any of the pods that contain humans that are occasionally drifting around in the wreckage space, the scythes will get very angry when they do their scan pulse, so be aware of that. But there's a lot of stuff in there. There's meta alloys, there's hearts, there's a lot of chunks of caustic materials, although the only thing we ever use those for is unlocking things. I don't know, maybe reloads on caustic sinks. You could fill up on that stuff while you're in there pretty easily. And then there's some stuff that's a commodity, which would, of course, require a corrosion-resistant rack. These Titan drive components are corrosive as well, so be aware. It seemed to be kind of the most rare thing to find in there, the drive component, but I managed to find a couple when I was in there on a trip. So get it going. Get those paint jobs. And okay, so what's up else? Development news. I don't know, nothing. As we said last week, Holly has left. There's next Wednesday ought to be the last Wednesday of the month. Well, ought to be. It is the last Wednesday of the month, so it ought to be a stream. I don't know what that's going to mean. We'll see, I guess, on Wednesday. What else? Community Corner. All right. This Project Guardian Lighthouse thing that Canon Research was putting on. Well, that happened. They did it. 30 Guardian beacons. Apparently 30 is the number. I think we were saying the wrong number in some other episode. 30 Guardian beacons went off all at the same time and got scanned at the same time. Great work, everybody. Nothing else happened, but, who knows? Unless something secret and slow happened. Once again, links to their Discord event is in the show notes. That's absolutely all I have. So I guess the only thing left to do is to scroll around on screen and show my totally sweet Titan killer decal here that has 2 stars and a bunch of extra mess on the bottom. And yeah, that's the story. That was hopefully not too bad. And haha, joke. I wonder what I'll call this one. Anyway, thanks for listening. Thanks for supporting the show. Thanks for being a community member and a fun part of everything that we do at Loose Screws. And that's it. You know what? Leave a show review if you can. That'd be great. And find the links in Discord to Patreon and the merch store at loosescrewsed.com. And yeah, just all that sweet stuff. And I guess we'll see you next time. Later.